Hi everyone, this is Mr. O. Continuing with Scratch today. We're going to go over two methods to getting on Scratch. I know last class you might have found your own way. I just want to remind you the two ways you can get to Scratch. One way is through the World Wide Web, and simply in a Google search I type Scratch. And it's the first item that does pop up. So you can work on the web. So that means you have access at home, you have access at school, and it's saved on a cloud base or a hard drive that is remote. The one thing you do need to do though is get an account to save your work. The other way at school is we do have Scratch in our applications. So click on here. For today's lesson I'm going to use the Scratch that we have at school. It looks a little different than the one that is provided on the web, but not drastically different. All the features are still there. So today's lesson you're going to be creating a maze using Scratch. So here we'll just type in maze. I will provide a link to the maze example on your Google Classroom. So when we type in maze here, there's one called Maze Starter. So we want to use this one here. It's a very basic maze, and let's just put this right in the middle here. That when you play the game, I use the arrow keys, move the circle around, carefully navigating around, doing the wrong turn. But if I were to happen to hit any of the blue areas, it bounces me back. Bounce, 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 bounce. So keep that in mind. And I want to get to the green. When I do, it says you win. So how did this really happen? What did the computer do to understand all this? So let's look inside. So when we look at the stage, it's just a simple stage that's painted. I'll show you how to paint a stage. They have a ball or character. Could be any of the sprites if you want. It's just a ball sprite. And then a goal. So the only two objects that have programming are the ball. So when the green flag's clicked, it's placed in a location. And then when you move the up arrow, it looks up and moves 10 steps. When you move the down arrow or press it, it looks down and moves 10 steps. When you click the right arrow, it turns right and then moves 10 steps. And if you click the left arrow, it looks left or negative 90 degrees and moves 10 steps back in that direction. Also, when you click the green flag, if your ball or character or sprite touches the blue wall, the blue color anywhere, it's going to bounce back negative 10 steps to where it was. So we got to keep that in mind too. Now the goal area, when the green flag is clicked, all it is waiting for the ball to reach it and say you win. So basically that's the goal of today, is to create a maze that has a start, a finish, and that says something when you do finish. Now going back here, let's just see. They give you some remix tips, like you can add obstacles, add another level. For today's purposes only though, I just need you to make that maze. Now let me just show you some tips on Scratch here. Now when we're in Scratch, to make the stage, to make the background, click on the stage. All right, and when we click on background, you're going to have this white piece of paper. All right, there's no obstacles, there's no walls. We need to add some, so we paint. Now they use blue, you can use other colors too. Let's use red, like it's fire or lava. All right, and all we do is you can make your walls. All right, that's all we're doing. Making walls, making walls. You can make one this way. And all these are the obstacles for your course. Okay, so there we go. When I click OK, it's on the screen now. There we go, and my character's in the way. So I've made my background. Now if I want to adjust my sprite, because I'm not a big fan of that sprite, I can make a new one or edit one, whatever I wish. Okay, so I could take this one and I could clear it, and I could make that the ball. Okay, click OK, and there it is. And now that's ready to be worked with also. And then, like we said, we need to add a sprite. So if I wanted to add another sprite, all right, I would have to add sprite 2 and make it that green box. Okay, because it is a sprite will need programming, not like a background. So make sure that when you add the sprite, It's the green box or the finish line or checkered line, whatever you would like. All right, so that's the start of your maze project, and good luck. Make it entertaining, make it fun, and I can't wait to play all those mazes. When you are done, remember to file, save as, and please, we'll call it Mr. O. Don't call yours Mr. O. Maze Craze. And I would save it, and then I would upload it to the Google Classroom. All right, have fun.